Me and Drizzy back to back, it's getting scary. If you fucking with my eyes, just don't come near me. Put some bins all on your head like Justin Terry. Whoa.
Let's get it, let's get it! Let's go, brethren. You already know, man. Episode 263, man. All-Star Frenzy, man. All-Star Frenzy, man. Make sure you go like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you go like, share, and subscribe at the Faison View Podcast. Brethren right here, man. What's up, man? What's up? What it do?
Man, I'm chilling, man. It's a good weekend. It's like a 4-day weekend for us.
Hey, man, it was a good 4 or 5 day weekend, man. So we back into it. Hey, back with the content, man. So let's get right into it, man. Make sure you follow and support We Are Game Shift. Make sure you follow and support Faison View Podcast, as you already know, and make sure you go follow and support at Color Power. Alright, so let's get into the agenda, brother. You know, Happy Black History Month is still not over, because guess what? Some more Black History about to be made tonight, man. Snowfall, man. Snowfall drop tonight, boy. You already know, man. You already
Tonight we cook cocaine.
Let's go. Let's get it. So, let's get into it, man. We're going to talk about a lot, man. Alright. All-Star Weekend, man. It went crazy. A little disappointed in the dunk contest. 3-point contest was cool, but, hey, your boy Steph came through, man. Came through. And, you know, your boy Bron went back to Cleveland, so we're going to break down the All-Star game. Alright. Next, man, Donda 2, man. Donda 2 released only on new streaming platform, STEM Player, alright? And also, Ye has a new documentary out on Netflix that is fire. We gonna break down. Hey, you hear him in the background, Snoop D-O-Double G, man. The legend, the icon, man. Hey, brought Death Row Records, and also he did something else monumental in the game. We gonna get to that. Alright, one gotta go, brother. Steak, ribs, crab legs, or shrimp? Hey, I'm a fan of all of these, so we're going to see which one y'all taking out. Lastly, the infamous. Would you rather live right next to a huge stadium or the airport? We're going to see what your preference is, alright? So let's get into it, brother. Let's get into it, man. The All-Star game just passed. It feel like everything is just really just speeding by, man. After January, you know, you got the Super Bowl, the All-Star game. You know, March Madness coming up. It's just so much within a short span of time. So, man, your boy Steph Curry wins MVP, man, dropping 16 threes and 50 buckets, man. 50 being for you. And also won the first Kobe Bryant award, man. Hey, I'm going to tell y'all right now, man, Steph got to go down top 10 player all time, man. I'm coming out the gate, man.
He might, if he get like, he could definitely be top 10. I feel like if he get like in the 28,000, 30,000 club, he can definitely go top 10.
Top 10. I don't even gonna lie. Off of the credentials and off of what he means for the
when
game.
You think about who's top 10,
yeah,
it's hard to
breach that.
Really?
It really is. It's hard to breach that.
I couldn't believe he could get that last 3.
Yeah, I know, right? He cashed
that jump. I couldn't believe it, but yo, he
cashed that jump. But he was on fire, man. Steph, man. And it's crazy to see like the people that are in these games, such as LeBron, your Steph, CP3. In a few years, we won't see these players, bro. Like the players that we actually grew up watching, man. It's gonna be crazy. That's gonna hurt.
That top 75 was that was an immaculate thing to see as well.
Yep,
I know
that top 75.
That has to feel special for NBA guys. I don't care how old those guys are, because you got guys that are older than you that you watch play the game that's there. So for you to be amongst those legends and to get recognized by those legends, as well as the young guys who aren't there yet, but to see them and to see guys who are currently playing with get there as well, that has to be monumental. Especially seeing Michael Jordan. Like, I don't care.
MJ was out here trying to
everybody. Listen, man. I don't care who you. Even LeBron has you, because he's like, yo, I really never get to see Michael, and like all the time in the media with them comparing him to you, swear to hate each other, but like LeBron still has such admiration. He's the reason I play basketball, so he had to reach out and just embrace Michael. So like that has to be cool to be amongst those greatness. Like you got Jason Tatum who can take pictures with Kevin Garnett, Kevin McHale, and all these other great Celtics. You got Iverson next to Larry Bird. Next to Dr. J, who's sitting next to Charles Barkley, and then you got James Harden, who's also a Philly member. And like that's got to be monumental to be amongst so much basketball greatness.
And it was dope, bro. Like how you just broke it down was perfect, because we get to see all and also really just shout out to all of them, and really, God rest his soul, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, because honestly, that still is near and dear to everybody's heart who loved him. That hurts because you wanted, I wanted that photo out with all the Lakers. I wanted Kobe Bryant to be in the middle, and they left a spot for him in the middle, man. So just overall, that was just dope, man. So let's get on to the All-Star Weekend festivities. Let's talk about this.
Last thing I want to say, I'm sorry, I hate to be the guy, but Dame Lillard should not be on this list. Or Anthony Davis. It's based off individual achievements, and I'm sorry, like.
Yeah, and I love Dame, love Anthony. I feel like Klay Thompson should be in there.
Again, it's based on individual achievements.
Klay Thompson also has the most points by any player in a quarter. You know what I'm saying?
But who does he beat out? Because T-Mac deserves to go in there. Dwight Howard is a 3-time defensive player of the year. He should be.
Yeah, but if you look at it,
even Tony Parker.
I get what you're saying too.
Like, so who does he beat out?
Also, with the T-Mac thing is that. Yes, he does have certain accolades, like,
he's a 7-time All-NBA,
yeah,
he's a 2-time scoring champion.
But Klay has those accolades too, and behind with 3 championships, 3 rings that he really contributed to and averaged 24+ points, guarding the best player. You gotta think about it. Scotty's in there, so if Scotty's in there, yes, I'm saying that, but I'm talking about as a player, the dynamic of the player. Klay Thompson, for sure deserves to be in there.
I think Draymond goes in there before.
For sure, to me.
Draymond's like what, 2-time best player of the year? I think Draymond will go in there before Klay. But I'm tired of people getting mad at things like, why is Russ in there, fan? I know he's not playing very well.
He's 1-1 because
but Russell Westbrook is an MVP. He also holds the league record for triple doubles. He also broke the season record for triple doubles. Why is James Harden there? Again, James Harden is a 3-time scoring champion. He's an MVP. He has the most 50-point triple doubles. The only he's done things as an individual as in a career to make him top 75. Like, I get it. And people are like, why is Kyrie not there? Because what has Kyrie done outside winning championship with LeBron? I'm sorry, like.
So it's so much debate within that. Man, another thing we talk about the All-Star Weekend, man, the dunk contest. I just want y'all to really switch it up. I'm not even saying it like that, because you got different dunkers that across the world.
I thought you were talking about the order.
I'm not talking about the order. I'm just talking about just the dunk contest in general. If these NBA players are not going, I'm not saying that they didn't take it serious, but they're not going to take it as serious, man. Get somebody else out there to dunk or do something else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I will say this, because I know that people were bringing up, what about the dunk champion league? It's like, yes, the dunk champion league is great, but at the same time, those guys are dunking on a 9-foot court. The NBA guys are on a 10-foot court. So if you would have lowered the dunk contest in the NBA to a 9-foot court, I'm sure everyone would be going stupid. But they don't. They do a 10-foot court. So, but I agree. First of all, I take issue with Dwayne Wade saying the dunk contest is trash. Since you the reason the dunk contest is trash, you gave Aaron Gordon a 9. You and Scottie Pippen. He's the reason. You the reason he won't come back. You did this to us.
Enough.
You don't get to say this is trash. You did this to us.
Because that was to your point.
That
was the last great dunk contest with Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon back to back.
But when AG did it again, the second year when he dunked over Taco Fall, that was the second time he did it.
I know. Zach LaVine was still in that one.
No, Derrick Jones Jr. won that.
Oh, you're right.
That was the first one they did. Right. So the second he got the Dwayne Wade rolled the second, they robbed him twice. The Zach LaVine thing was a toss-up. I do feel like AG had the better dunk. But yeah, man, you got too many guys. They're taking too long to get the dunks down. I mean, one of the reasons why Vince joint was so monumental is because he was doing dunks you never seen, and he was doing a one-take Jake out the gate. Like, no weight. He didn't, reverse 360 full extension windmill, throw it down. Like, one-take Jake. No warm-up, no missing. And there's got to be more creativity involved. Y'all got to practice more. Something, man, to get this going. I ain't feeling with Reggie Miller and Dwayne Wade said, switch the order up. No. I remember Kenny said, no one wants to see a bunch of guys shooting open shots.
We just wanted to be competitive, man. Yeah, just competitive in a good event. That's the event that everybody waits for. Even if you don't even watch basketball, people wait for
want to see the dunk contest. Nobody wants to see guys shoot open shots at the end.
Most exciting thing.
And they dragged the skills challenge. I didn't like that. They changed. I'm like, y'all dragging this out. Like, the skills challenge shouldn't even be all this. Y'all got the Antetokounmpo brothers in here. Yeah, and it's like one of them is great, but the other two is like.
One thing I miss the most about the All-Star game is them wearing their own jerseys. That's what I miss. Going back to the old.
This new format for the game is great though.
I like that too, because
the Pro Bowl should adapt that because it may force guys to be more competitive.
Right, more competitive.
But that is dope.
All right, so let's get on to One of the GOATs.
Yeah,
one of the GOATs, man.
Hot, fire.
Hey, we got
put my money on it.
Give him his credit, man. Give him his credit. Donda 2 to be released only on new streaming platform that Kanye actually, he did some fire with this one. STEM Player, man. All right, man. I feel like the STEM Player, before we even get to the Netflix doc, the STEM Player, man, I feel like a lot of people need to take note in the direction in which he's going.
Yeah.
He's trying to get everybody to switch the level of thinking, man, and talk about ownership and actually being within our own culture and having something of our own, man. This STEM Player is not just, you know, something that you just look online. It is actual items. It plays all items. It's like an MP3 player, and it's a streaming device, but in which he created that changes, and also you can adjust instrumentals, you can adjust beats, you can do multiple things. Just in my research, I was looking at it. It's very dope item.
Yeah, the video on the website,
very dope.
The way it breaks it down. And people are mad at the price. I'm not mad at the price. We pay $20 for headphones, pay $20 for sneakers and jeans. When there's mad different types of headphones, there's mad different types of jeans, there's mad different types of phones. You've never seen this.
Correct. And I don't like the notion, to your point, I don't like the notion that, oh yeah, well that's not made for the, you know, made for a certain demographic or made for somebody that doesn't have money. That's not the point, because like you're saying, when you see these Jordans, you see Balenciagas, you see the LVs, you see you'll go make that money or do whatever you have to do in order to buy those items, those fashion design or design items. But when it comes to supporting, you guys like, oh man, I'm gonna get the bootleg version.
And my issue is not even that. My issue is just that all these items that we pay $20 for, which is fine, but there's multiple versions of each of these items. There's multiple different types of shoes. There's more than one type of jeans. More type of headphones. You've never seen this. This is the only thing of its kind that exists. But rest assured, when this is successful, Apple's gonna make a STEM player. Sony's gonna make a STEM player. Like, rest assured, all the tech companies, when this is successful, more people are gonna make STEM players. They're gonna try to make their own version of it. You know, especially Apple. So it's like there's something that doesn't exist. There's a piece of technology like this that doesn't exist. That's very innovative. You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't you pay $20?
And he's separating what people don't really understand. In hindsight, he is separating. He's trying to separate all of you guys from the industry. You have to understand that, especially as entertainers, especially as consumers. Look at what you guys put your money into.
And artists only get 15 to 12%.
And the artists that you may love or support, they from a stream rather than a lot of people. Nowadays, don't even know what the iTunes store is to buy and purchase a album or a piece of work or a song.
The value of a stream
is very low.
Like dirt, man.
Very low.
Unless you're a Kanye West or a Drake or a Travis
or a Nipsey Hussle who was selling his mixtapes for $100, and guess what? He was making times 2, times 3, times 4 what he would make with streaming for about years. So. Just taking note.
Unless you're one of the top dogs, man, it's really hard for you to eat off music. You know, you can have a song that's 1 billion streams, like Lil Uzi Vert did, and still not make $1 million. He made 900,000. You still don't even hit 1 million for 1 billion streams. And 1 billion is like the highest you can go. Like that's the ceiling. Like you can't stream higher than that, and you still don't break $1 million. So for 12 to 50% of something you created is whack. So, and I get it. I get it's pricey just to get one album, but you can get other. It's an MP3. You can download other things on it and mess with it how you want to. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there's still value in the tech, and you know, like for him to want to separate himself from getting 12 to 15%, and you know, for him it's less about the money. It's more about paving the way for art. That's the whole reason why Jay did Tidal in the first place, which is nothing that Kanye says. Like, man. That was the whole reason Jay made Tidal, was so that artists could get more for their money, so that artists could have ownership within the streaming services, since they're the ones that bring the revenue. Like if I'm Drake and I'm one of the top listened to people on Spotify every month, like I should get a piece of this. Like I'm keeping the lights on here basically. Like if I take my stuff and go somewhere else, all my 32 billion monthly listeners go with me. You feel me? So like. I like Gay's idea. Even the whole last year. I'm gonna finish up. Like when he did the 3 listening events, people was like, why he gotta do 3 listening events? Like, well, if you look at it, he did 1. He was getting people vaccinated at them joints. 2, it's live art that you don't get to see that often. And 3, he made $20 million before the album came out. So it's like he's showing you another avenue of which you can make money off your art before the label even gets before the label gets you know, what they get, and you get like a fraction of that.
Of
Here's another way that you can do this. Like, hey, you can sell tickets and make money through the merch and through the show like this, and play the album, and then give the album out. So for him, it's just like Jay. It's just all about trying to figure out ways for artists to get their buck.
And then in the hindsight, it's calculated. Everybody that's, you know, has their speculations on how Ye is or what he does, he's a genius, and he is at where he's at in his life for a reason. And moving on from the next topic to this topic, man, oh man, this documentary, man, is very motivational. It's inspiration, and honestly, it's really a joy to see, because you get to see the real avenue in which he had to take, and also the hardships he had to go through. It wasn't easy, and we really got to see how he became who he became with him showing Donda and showing his mother. Man, his mother was a brilliant individual and brilliant person, very supportive and very open and willing to hear Kanye, and really just being like there for him in a certain standpoint where it's like you would love to have her in your corner type of thing. You know, she spoke words of wisdom to him. Even when he said, the thing that spoke out to me the most, bro, was that he was like, am I arrogant? She was like, nah, Kanye. You know, basically, no, like, nah, you need that to be who you are. And also, you need to be in those certain type of rooms, and you deserve the spot that you're about to be in this life. You know, she kind of foreseen everything, and the fact that she knew his raps from when he was about, what, in 6th, 7th, 8th grade was monumental to me, because it just shows, you know, in certain black communities, and you know, we have, and this is me speaking from experience, not just me, I'm just saying about in general, just like it's more so of a tough love, but with her it was very more so compassion, you know, and actually seeing his vision, because that was at a certain point in time where even though rapping was becoming a thing, it wasn't so profound to do, and him coming from a producer to actually rapping and actually spitting. And to Hugh's point earlier, he was just talking about this, and also I agree, he doesn't get his credit for his pen and for his lyricism, because when you see this documentary, man, like, it could bring, I ain't even trying to be funny, it could bring tears to your eyes, because you see how everybody doubted him, and to see where he is now, it's very, very influential, bro.
It's a part 3. It's a 3-part joint. Part 2 came out yesterday. But yo, man, like, so for Kanye fans, most of this stuff that you're seeing is common knowledge. Like, you've seen clips and you've heard these stories, but you get a different lens of it to see it. So to see it again, it's like, man, like, and for non-Kanye fans, like my friend Jamal is telling me, like, yo, I didn't even know he produced like this. I didn't know he did this. And I'm like, yeah, man. He's like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I always knew. Like, I just thought Kanye was just there. I never knew like his story. Like, I was never that big of a fan. But seeing this, like, you get to really understand him. Like, if you ever wonder why he was so confident in everything he does, it's because of the belief of his mother. It's because of the belief in himself, the belief in his friends. For Cootie to stop everything and say, like, yo, man, like, this guy's got something. And for him to want to stop and film him, for still be filming him for 20 years, to still see some of the guys that are still with him today, like, back then, like him and 88 Keys still together. They just did Pusha T's joint. Ivan Jasper is still his barber. Rhymefest is still with him. Farnsworth Bentley, Cootie's still with him, still recording. You know, so like to see stuff like that is dope. It's just like, man, the belief in himself and the way he went hard, and the way he no matter what people said, he just kept going, man. He went into those sessions and played his music, and people weren't really listening and not giving him his just due, but he kept going. Even after the accident, he kept going. Like, Kanye West's story is always this huge, this greatly inspiring, man.
Then it showed a depiction of, like, it's no level or no ceiling or no level to greatness.
Yeah, man.
It's no ceiling or no level to it. You can be as great as you want to be, but you have to have a certain type of work ethic, drive, and push.
You gotta believe in yourself.
You gotta believe in yourself. One thing I seen, it may sound cliche, is his willingness not to stop.
Nope.
You being denied and told no, and people not listening to you, turning their ears, and just wanting to hear you produce something. And then the fact of the matter is that one of the biggest records that he produced is one of Jay-Z's biggest records.
Yeah, man. And people wanted his beats for sure. Like,
crazy.
People wanted Kanye beats. Like when they hear Kanye was working on, he's like, yo, okay, like yo, what my beat? Like, People wanted Ye beats.
And what was
man.
telling to me, him making the greatest beats for everybody during that time, he still wasn't, and I'm not saying it didn't matter that much, but he still wasn't in the financial place that I feel like he should have been, or people that viewing this feel like he should have been. Because he was producing for the biggest of the biggest artists back then.
Yo,
And
me,
it's things I didn't even know.
yeah, like the last two things, like yeah, for me, like I didn't know that was D-Ray doing a skill on College Dropout because he sounds like Cedric the Entertainer. So the whole time that was Sid, because Sid is on the Black album, so I'm thinking maybe Sid did a joint for Ye, but no, that's D-Ray. That's D-Ray Davis doing that. Sounded like Cedric the Entertainer. And I thought that was dope. But the last two things I say, like he said before, man, I'm tired of people not trying to like Ye is a top 5 rapping to me all the time. I think people need to stop trying. They're trying to discredit his pen because like the later half of his career with like the Doctors of Fantasy and all that other stuff, he was getting ghostwriters and co-writers. And it's like yo, like that was a different stage of his career. The type of music he was making was less focused on lyrics. It was more focused on
creation,
on sound and creation of the art. You know what I'm saying? But like we not gonna sit here and act like Kanye West can't rap. Like that was his whole point. The whole reason he started making beats was so that he could rap. Like he went out of his way to prove people he could rap. Like he didn't even like when people call him a rapper producer. He's like, no man, like yeah, I make beats, but like yo, like I'm really a rapper. I'm competing with other rappers, even if I'm the 50th rapper. Like for real, like he always wanted to rap. He was always trying to prove people that he was nice with his rhymes and his bars. So and he did that. So for people to try to take his MC card now because of what he's doing, what he's done the last couple years of his career, it's like, listen, for me, like I'm not mad at the ghostwriter thing if you've proven that you're an MC. Like there's no doubt in my mind Kanye can rap. Because I know Kanye can rap. We've seen it. We've seen his career. He raps. What he do, he can rap. You know, so that's the first thing. And the second thing, I can't even remember what my second thing was. But yo, man, it was just
it's great, bro.
It was just dope to see, man. And I can't wait for the third part. I gotta finish the second part. Please go watch it, man.
Please.
It's definitely motivating. You know, I mean, he let a car crash get in his way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just dope to see some of your favorite artists that you know,
exactly
in the joint, like Ludacris, like to see Ludacris in the studio session, to see how
Scarface,
to see Pharrell, how he reacted to it, and Jay, and see Beyonce backstage, and all the other. Like, it's just a cool thing to see, man, and see how it's motivating people and inspiring other artists like J. Cole, how J. Cole felt about it, and seeing Usher in the crowd, and seeing all these other people like Rihanna coming to the premiere, A$AP Rocky in the premiere, just to see Kanye's story, you know. And it's just inspiring and motivating, man. You know.
And honestly, it's still going. It's still being written. You know, this STEM player thing, man. Make sure y'all really tune in. Make sure y'all go buy that and support, man, because this is the.
It's not in my budget right now, but I do want to get a STEM player.
Yeah, we're gonna tap in.
I want to hit an album.
We're gonna tap in. So let's get into this next subject, man. We on to a bit of music today, but man, Snoop Dogg brought Death Row Records, man. Whew, monumental, another monumental feat.
Full circle.
Very full circle. And then also, Snoop Dogg's album, he put on as an NFT, has made $44 million in a week. So what he is doing, and the longevity of Snoop, man, the most famous and popular rapper there is and there ever will be, honestly, it's very motivational to see that what he has going on, and the fact that it's full circle. He bought Death Row Records. I don't feel like people understand how monumental that is to come from
so many years trying to
come from the ground up, trying to get off of it, going through battles and going through all these trials and tribulations, man. No matter what anybody says about Suge Knight, you can have your feelings, but I respect what Snoop is saying, man. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even have the opportunity to be who I was today. Yeah. So for them to really, you know, hash out their situation, and for this to happen, it's breathtaking, man. Because this is different, man. Because Snoop has done every single thing, and it's like, dang, bro, the longevity of Snoop, and him still out here making huge moves to really impact the culture, bro. He's using this NFT space. He's been using this multiverse space. Like, honestly, when you guys look at as entertainers, rappers, and just as regular people, man, look at Snoop. And like we just said, it's no ceiling to greatness. Because you see Snoop on Asian commercials,
He got
Indian
commercials
commercials.
and all
He got
different
different
commercials.
music.
No reason
He
at all.
has gospel album. He has a street out. Like, come on, like what Snoop has done, like it's monumental, bro. It's monumental, and I just find it very, 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 very tough that this man has made really, really, really multiple millions off of NFT, bro. And getting into this space at this level and stage of his life, bro. There's no ceiling to greatness, bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Snoop Dogg for owning that Death Row, man, because that was I mean, man, the West really had it on lock, man. For one point, they had Dre, they had Snoop, and they had Pac, and then you had the DBG and the Outlaws. I mean, they was going crazy over there, man. And you know, Dre leaving and Pac dying really put a damper on things. You know, again, Suge Knight was like a super villain at the time, and you know, Snoop really wanted off that label. But for him to come back full circle and to buy Death Row Records, for Death Row Records to still be around and exist again in 2022, like that just wasn't on my bingo card. Like you know, when Death Row went down, it was a wrap for that. It was like, you know, no more Death Row. You know, that's one of the labels you remember and think about. And it's just like, okay, that's it. But it's back now, and so, you know, I'm excited to see what he's going to do with that. You know, there's a lot of talent out, and well, not just in the world, but in the West. You know, he already said he felt like he would have already had Roddy Ricch, he would already had YG, he would have already had so many different West Coast artists. But there's so much talent in the West, so like I'm definitely excited to see the new emergence of Death Row, and they definitely got the right guy for the job, man. Shout out to Snoop.
Shout out to Snoop, man. Still changing the game, man. That's monumental, bro. Then you go on Netflix, you see him coaching.
Oh yeah,
Snoop is dope, man. Snoop is dope.
His son almost went to the league. He said, but he want to play football.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Hey. All right, so one gotta go, bro. One gotta go.
I'll go.
Steak, ribs, crab legs, or shrimp, man. Which one you taking out of the equation?
I'll leave. I refuse. Nah, I'm kidding. Like I said, if I gotta pick, if I have to pick, I'm going with shrimp. If I have to pick,
I'm going with y'all might. This might sound crazy. I'm going with ribs, bro. I'm going with ribs, bro.
How?
I'm going with ribs, bro.
How?
How? How? Cause that steak, bro, that steak. And I don't eat steak as often. I don't eat ribs and steak as often, but that steak be hitting on a different level. Ribs have to be made, honestly, from the right person for me. So like crab legs and shrimp, bruh, like seafood, I can never replace. That can't be replaced. And steak, bruh, steak be hitting, bruh. So it will be process elimination for me. If
I have to go, I'm gonna go with shrimp. Only because shrimp is like the smallest thing on here.
Right, I see what you're saying.
Only because shrimp is fire.
But like, shrimp
tacos is fire.
Shrimp tacos
is fire. Like shrimp is fire. Like, there's so many things you can do with shrimp.
So many.
But that's the only reason why. Because otherwise I don't know what I would pick. But ribs, man, I can't let go.
And to that point, that's another thing. It's like shrimp goes with too many things. Crab legs, bro. Come on now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Getting a good spring, summer. You eat crab legs, whatever.
My father got like a recipe for ribs, man. It's tough. Like it's like a 5-hour process type joint. But man, like. And off the bone. One day you gotta come to the crib and try it.
And my father, he made crazy good ribs. That's why I'm just like, I don't know, but I can't get rid of steak too, because I love a good steak meal with some like mashed potatoes, with some either string beans, collard greens, or shoot, I've had what's it called? What's the joint called with surf and turf?
Part of me wants to let go of steak. But I'm not going to, because I feel like I eat more things with shrimp. I just had shrimp tacos this past week. I'm gonna stick with my pick. I'm gonna go with shrimp.
I'm gonna go with ribs, y'all.
I don't want to. I'm gonna go with shrimp.
I'm gonna go with ribs, y'all.
We're gonna see what y'all think, man, in the comment section.
This is a tough one. All right, before we even get to the would you rather, man, would you rather? Let me make sure to implement this part. I want to know, for all you Snowfall watchers, man, what you guys think is about to happen this season, bro? Like, what is going to happen, bro? I don't really know. I don't know how to judge. I don't know how to.
I think all of it is dead. I think Reed already killed him at the end of the last episode.
Yep. I really think that Franklin's pops is about to be.
I think he already gone. I think when he showed up at the end of the last episode, I think he did him.
But to be honest, I don't. It's like half and half, because I feel like Reed might keep him around for leverage for Franklin. You know what I'm saying? Because he might just go under the radar, and you know and he just might just pop up. And honestly, how the story is going, at the end of the day, I don't see Franklin making it out without going to jail. I don't see it happening. You know, that's what we would want him not to go, but I don't see it happening. And I feel like that his pops, he almost tried it the first time, and he almost sent the whole family packing. So I don't know. I feel like Reed is going to use that as leverage, man. You already know you can't win. You can't win when you talking to them people.
Facts. I think Reed already smoked it though. That's just me. I think Reed already smoked his pops. That's that, and I do think that Franklin and what's his auntie's name? What's his auntie?
Oh, the auntie that just got shot, right?
Yeah, I think him and her gonna get into some static because I think she's gonna do her own thing. After
after
everything they went through,
doing his own thing.
I think there's gonna be some static between that.
Yeah, Jerome ain't having.
Yeah, so it's gonna be one. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Hey,
I'm
man,
excited.
I'm excited, man. Make sure y'all tune in. I can't wait for that. All right, man. Let's get into it. Would you rather live right next to a huge stadium or the airport?
Stadium.
I got the stadium, bro. I got the stadium.
Because events happen every so often. Niggas get on flights every day.
Every single day.
Planes will not stop landing and taking off all the time.
I think that's almost the equivalent to living next to a train.
Exactly. Like
cause and at a stadium, like essentially
free parking all the time.
Depending on where you're at near the stadium, you know, that could be an advantage. Like what you was just saying.
Cause like when I go to Washington games, one of my church members, his sister, she lives in a neighborhood that's like down the street. So she always lets us use her parking spot, and we just walk from there.
And I don't feel like honestly, I don't feel like stadiums are as loud as
airports.
You know, as airports. No question about it, man. No question about it. So let us know, man. Which one would you rather, man? Next to a huge stadium or the airport?
The airport, man.
Shoot, we gonna see, man. Drop that in the comment below, man. Hey, man. Next Wednesday, it's your boy B-Day. It's your boy B-Day, so we going up, man. More content, man. I'm gonna give y'all a little view of what's gonna go on with the birthday celebration. You know, little festivities. You know what I'm saying? Not too much, not too crazy, man. Hey, bro, I'm getting up there, bro. I'm turning 27.
39. What? That's crazy.
I know, right?
39.
Crazy. It only begins, man. I feel like once you get past that 26 stage, 27, man, 30 is coming.
This is the age where I'm like, I don't. I'm at the age where I'm like, I don't want to keep aging anymore. It's like I'm about to hit 30
right here. We in our prime.
Like when I was 23, I wanted to keep going. Yeah, I'm 24, 25. Right. Now I'm 26. Like, oh, we can slow this down.
We can slow this down, bro. Time ain't going nowhere though. Time ain't going nowhere, man. So make sure y'all tap in with us, man. Much love to you guys. Much love, man. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe at the Faison View Podcast, man. Like, share, and subscribe, man. Much love, man. I will see you guys next week.
Peace.